Hi guys. Clearly my Christmas tree is up, so it's been a while since I made a video. One, because mom life is crazy, and two, mom guilt, and I'll just get to that later. But 4 to 6 months with Carsen has been by far the hardest. He's 7 months now. He'll be 8 months and 10 days. So obviously I really am not very good at vlogging. But in this video, I'm just gonna do a 4 to 6 month update since that's where I left off. And then I'll kind of get into, I'll just do his 7 to 8 month update later since he's not technically 8 months yet. And I like to do them like when the month is over. That way it's actually 7 and 8 months. But anyways, so this is my husband's mug. It's so cute. So we went to the Christmas tree store. Does anyone have a Christmas tree store? Because we have one close to us, about an hour away. And we just recently went, and it's amazing. We got like an entire like heaping cart full of Christmas decorations for like $100. It was insane. Like so much cheaper than Walmart. Got some super cute stuff. So if you have a Christmas tree store and you love Christmas like I do, clearly, you should go. By the way, I finally got my snowy tree that I've always wanted. Basically because I had a reason this year, because Carsen is finally walking around in his walker. Well, he's running around in his walker. So we just figured we'd go ahead and get a tree that looks like this because it has like 3 ornaments on it and it still looks really pretty. So, and it has like it's a pre-lit tree, so like they can't rip the cords off and mess with it. So I think it looks really pretty, and it works for not being able to have any ornaments on the bottom of the tree and lights and all that stuff. We still have our old tree. We have it upstairs in the window, so it looks really pretty coming down the driveway. Anyways, let me get to my update with Carsen. So 4 months was by far the worst. He definitely went through the 4-month sleep regression, and he went to where he was waking up probably every hour and a half again. And that lasted until, I want to say it lasted for 6 to 8 weeks. I think when he was like around 5.5 months, even maybe 6 months, he finally started going every 3 hours before waking up. So that was really hard. I've tried a lot of the different sleep methods. The thing is that he's never had a problem falling asleep in his crib. I can put him to sleep in his crib and he falls asleep fine every single time, but you know, nothing we do keeps him from waking up again. So I mean, it just got to the point where it's so much easier just to sleep with him in the bed and just wake up when he eats, and you know, just accept that he's not like an amazing sleeper. And he was only, you know, 4 months old, so I didn't expect him to be amazing anyways. And I think if I wasn't a stay-at-home mom, well, I'm not technically a stay-at-home mom because I do have another job, but I'm on call like so rarely. I think the last time I worked was 5 weeks ago, and even when I do schedule myself, I usually get put on call, so I'm basically a stay-at-home mom. I think if I wasn't, I would definitely not be opposed to doing like the gentler, cry it out kind of methods, but I'm here all day long with him and I just don't really see the point. And you know, right now I like being able to sleep with him, or at least sleep with him in the same room most of the time. So, and I feel like my stress levels have gone way down since I've just been like, well, I've just accepted that he's like not that good of a sleeper, and that he'll grow out of it, and he's starting to. So I think it's helped me a lot more to just kind of accept it and go with the flow. And so that was 4 months. He was still napping every 2 hours until he turned 6 months. So, and again, there was really nothing I could do to stop it. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to him cry for 2 hours because he's tired and not let him go for a nap. And I don't know, that just seems silly to me when all I'm doing is sitting here and taking care of him anyways. So anyway, so 5 months came, and it seemed like things got a lot better. At the end of his 5 months, he started sitting up on his own. He started like jumping a lot in his bouncer, and I think that really helped a lot as far as like him sleeping a little more, and he wasn't as fussy because he like could move and do things on his own. So things started to get a lot better once he could move around more on his own. And then at the end of 6 months, he really started like running around in his walker and like chasing the dog, and he just like never wants to lay down. He started rolling a lot more, and so I think that made him a lot happier. He's always been a really happy baby, but now especially it's like he never fusses unless he's really hungry or really tired. But other than that, no huge changes. He's gotten taller. Last time we had his I guess it was his 6-month checkup. But we did it like almost a month late because we went on vacation. I think he was 27 inches long, which is pretty average. He's average weight. Vacation was rough. We went to Lake Placid, New York with some family, and although he was doing pretty good before we left, as far as like, I think he only woke up like 3 times in a 12 to 13 hour like sleep span, and he was doing really good as far as like not being fussy and moving around a lot. But this was in September, the end of September, so he would have been 5-6 months old. But it was just like all the excitement of having all the family in one house, and like he wanted to be awake constantly, and he didn't want to nap, and it just made him really fussy the whole trip. He did not like the airplane. He really like cried, and like he's been, off and on fussy since he was born, but like he's never been a crier. Like he's never full on cried, I don't think, except for a handful of times since he was born. But he really cried on the plane like the entire time almost. So that was awful. We had one 1.5 hour flight and 1 2-hour flight. Gosh, and we thought it was gonna do really well because he typically loves, like if he's getting restless or fussy, I'll usually like go somewhere like Walmart or something, because he just loves like being outside and seeing the people. And so we thought he would do really great at the airport and in the plane, but he didn't. So yeah, that was interesting. But anyways, overall it wasn't that bad. I mean, I could do it again if I had to. But anyways, where was I going with this? I was talking about vacation. I'll have to edit this part out. Mom guilt. That's what I was going to talk about. So I feel like that has been the hardest thing for me since having Carsen, and it's a big reason why I haven't made a video, because I just feel like so guilty, like sitting here like making a video instead of like playing or paying attention to him, or like, and it's not just like videos, it's been like with everything. And I think it just has to do with being a new mom, and I don't even know if I am over it, but I think it's getting better. But it's like I'm so hard on myself about every little thing. Like, am I the reason that he's not sleeping well? Am I doing something wrong? Like, should he be eating more solid foods? I'm doing something wrong there. Like, he needs to, like, nap here and here and here, and he needs to do this, and, like, you know, am I not doing this enough? Am I not playing with him enough? Is he in his walker too long? Is he doing this too long? Is he sitting in the living room too long? Like, should I be picking him up more? It's like such a back and forth, and I'm sure every mom goes through it in the beginning, but you just want to be, like, so perfect, and it's just really hard. But I did feel really guilty for doing videos. Mostly the editing videos, I feel like takes like 10 times longer than actually putting recording a video. But you know, I just felt like I would be sitting there with him, like, paying attention to my computer for hours on end, because it takes hours to upload something, and I just felt bad about it. And maybe I'm being ridiculous. I probably am being ridiculous, because I mean, I'm at home with him all day long, every day. Like, that's a lot more than most people get, you know, and I'm really am thankful for that. But we still do, sorry, I'm doodling on this paper while I'm talking, so I am very thankful to be a stay-at-home mom most of the time. It doesn't make it any easier than, you know, when you're here all the time, you still feel like you should be occupying them 24/7, or you should be doing something productive, you know, teaching them something, or, you know, holding them, interacting with them. And if they're sitting, you know, I mean, maybe not everyone feels like this, but sometimes I feel like if he's sitting in there for 10 minutes by himself while I'm doing dishes or something, that's horrible. Or if he's watching the TV for a few minutes, you know, I feel guilty. But you just can't be there 24/7. And now that I am getting more used to things, I think it's probably better for them. I mean, he probably doesn't want me in his face 24/7 either. Like, he needs his own, you know, alone time. And one thing I have noticed is that he's not crawling yet, that I know of, but the couple times that I've left him laying in the living room while I washed his bottles in the morning, he mysteriously ends up on the other side of the living room rug. I don't know how it happens. He hasn't crawled. He's like inchwormed in front of me. It's like a Houdini thing. I don't know. He's like keeping it a secret, I think. Like, he can crawl, but he's trying not to let me find out. I don't know. Anyways, that's more in my... You guys, I got a phone call right when I was almost done with that video. I'm so annoyed. Anyways, I guess I have a really nice camera. I just am too lazy to figure out how to do videos on it and how to upload videos onto my computer. I have an iPhone and I have a Mac computer, so it's just super easy to upload videos that way, because it just automatically shows up on my iCloud, even though it's not as good as camera. But one day, if I have any free time, maybe 5 years from now, I'll figure out how to use my really nice camera, and these videos will be a lot better. But anyways, so another thing that has made these last few months really hard is I am 6 months pregnant. So I am going to do another video on that, but that's all I'm going to say for now. And I'll do a separate video on that next time. So I know there wasn't like a ton of information in this 4 to 6 month video or update video, but gosh, everything has been such a whirlwind. I don't even know. I think that's all I can remember is that he went through a sleep regression, and you know, his naps, well, I'll talk about that in the 7 to 8 month video. But I'm glad I got to do this video. I'm probably gonna do my other video today too, because the stars have aligned. I'm on call for the first time in 6 weeks, and my husband has Carsen, so I have free time, and I was up at 5 a.m. to be on call, and I had makeup on, and I showered. This is huge, so I'm like, I have to do a video, because I do really enjoy it. I enjoy making videos because I feel like it's somewhat therapeutic, and you know, gosh, I hate to complain. I'm not complaining about staying home all the time, but sometimes it gets hard. Like, it's not hard to be with my baby all the time. The hard part is that I don't feel like I have a career anymore. I don't feel like I see adults anymore. I feel like if I went days without doing my makeup or showering, which does happen, no one would know. I don't go to the gym anymore because I don't have anybody to watch Carsen while I go to the gym. Every once in a while, my husband, he works a lot, so I mean, every once in a while when he's not busy, he'll watch Carsen for me so I can like go work out for a couple hours, and that makes me feel a lot better. But you know, I can't really tan or get spray tans right now because I'm pregnant. So it's just like I don't really feel good about myself, and I'm pregnant on top of it. I don't see adults. I don't get to talk to people much. It's like the more you stay at home with your kid, the less and less people talk to you, especially after you're going through those rough patches where you probably cancel on a lot of people anyways. And a lot of my friends live about an hour away, so it's like when Carsen's really fussy, you know, something always happens and you're just like, oh man, I just don't think I can do it today. So there's that, and you know, not making money like I used to. You know, me and my husband used to be comparable as far as income, and you know, I don't like, we do really well with him just working, but I don't like get out of the house much because I feel like I can't go, you know, if I get out of the house and I like go shopping like I used to, if I would have a day to myself, you know, that makes you feel better getting out of the house, going to the mall, you know, get some stuff from Bath and Body Works and get some new clothes and some decor for the house, and like those little things that I just don't do anymore because I have a baby. And I'm getting better about that, but at the same time, I don't feel like I can spend as much as I used to because I don't make as much as I used to either. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of change, which I think can sometimes be, I don't want to say depressing because I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm clinically depressed, and I feel like it's probably a lot different than what people feel when they're depressed. But I have to say, like, staying at home all the time, it definitely takes a toll on your self-esteem. And I think a lot of it is also because I'm pregnant, and I feel like last time I was pregnant, I didn't really feel that great about myself either, just because you don't have like the energy and the spunk, you know, that you feel like you do when you're not pregnant. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. I love being a stay-at-home mom, and I'm hoping that once the new baby comes and I feel like I get back in shape and I'm more active and have more energy and more sleep, so maybe next year I will feel a lot better. But anyways, so in my next video, I'm gonna make an update on my pregnancy, since I've totally slacked on that, clearly, since I'm 6 months pregnant. But I'll tell you all about it. I'll do like a bump shot and do the gender reveal and let you know kind of how my second pregnancy was going and how things have been going having pregnancies back to back like this. So I'll see you guys in my next video.